right, good Monday morning, everybody. We are live chatting about the forecast for the next several days. It is going to be a beautiful start with very cool mornings up ahead. This morning, lower temperatures in the lower 50s and upper 40s across the metro. It was gorgeous outside. I just want to double check audio is working A-OK this morning before we get started. Sounds just fine. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to comment down below. Good morning, David, Arthur, and hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. It's very nice outside. As a matter of fact, Morgan's Wonderland Camp, Calaveras Lake, Skycam, San Antonio International all seeing very similar conditions. Not a cloud in sight under mostly clear skies. Before we get to the forecast, I want to chat about October in general. It's been kind of split, right? Cooler than normal these last couple of days, but we've had our fair share of heat. As a matter of fact, the first 5 to 6 days, highs are in the 80s and even middle to upper 90s for the first week of October. But things have really significantly cooled down, and we're grateful. High temperatures are going to trend back into the 80s probably by about Thursday and Friday. We're forecasting about 90 on Friday by the end of the week. In the meantime, just enjoy the nicer and cooler weather. And a part of that is less daylight because of the time of year we're heading into. It is fall. Winter starts in a couple months on December 21st, so we're about a little over 2 months away from that. And the shortest day of the year in our hemisphere is December 21st, the winter solstice. That's when we see typically in San Antonio about 10 to 10 and a half hours of daylight. Right now we're running at about, I believe, 11 and a half to 12 hours of daylight. We're in that time of year where it's really equal when it comes to daylight and nighttime. But last night's sunset was around 7:03. I'll update this for today. By Thanksgiving, sundown will be at 5:36. It's significantly darker because of daylight saving time. By the shortest day of the year, which again about 10 hours of daylight, sunset will be around 5:39 with sunrise around 7:24. But it certainly feels like fall. Morning temperatures earlier this morning were in the lower 50s, around 51, I believe, here in the city. Tomorrow morning, we're going to dip down into the upper 40s for the first time in a while. In the metro, right? San Antonio International, Helotes, Bernie, Fair Oaks Ranch. If you're watching from the hill country, likely the middle to lower 40s tomorrow morning. So that's the big takeaway. Next several mornings going to be chilly. And then I would say after 10 and 11 a.m., the sunshine is going to help us warm up fast. And high temperatures will be back in the 80s and near 90 by Friday and Saturday. So we have a lot to look forward to, but keep the jackets and keep the sweaters out. You'll certainly need them. Especially for tomorrow morning, where temperatures in San Antonio expected to get down to about 50 to 49 degrees, and especially mid 40s across the hill country. All right, 65 at the airport, 66 at Stinson. Winds are not as breezy today. They'll be a little breezy this afternoon, 10 to 20 miles an hour, nothing too gusty. Certainly not like, last couple of days. Saturday and Sunday, wind speeds are up to 30 to 35 miles an hour at times. Not going to be the case today. It's going to be a clear day. Fall-like, beautiful, gorgeous weather is up ahead. 70 in Castroville, about 64 at Lavernia, 64 in Bandera, and about 61 in Bernie, 69 to 70 in Del Rio, and pretty much 60s everywhere you go. It's pretty uniform across the area. Very fall-like air is in place across the San Antonio region and south central Texas as well. And again, wind speeds are not going to be as gusty. Yesterday we saw gusts near 30 miles an hour. Today they're at about 8 to 15 miles an hour on that range and still in from the north. And what that's going to do is reinforce cooler and drier air, which is why by tomorrow morning likely going to dip down into the upper 40s here in the area. Calming winds, clear skies, and more importantly, drier air, low dew points helped contribute to a big fluctuation in temperatures. So we'll go from the lower 50s this morning to the upper 70s this afternoon. Going to be a beautiful day and a light breeze, 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then by tomorrow morning, watch that fall off. So again, with that drier air, lower humidity, and calm winds, you see a big swing in diurnal temperatures from afternoon highs to morning lows. And you'll see as we fast forward through Tuesday morning, around 7 a.m., about 49 to 50 here in the city, and then lower to middle 50s for Fredericksburg, Kerrville, low-lying areas in Kerr County and Kendall County and Bandera County. Lower to middle 50s down I-35 for tomorrow morning here in the region. Today's forecast, we'll have to fix this real quick. Have to double check the timing on that. But again, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to comment down below. Arthur says, nice hair. Thank you, sir. I don't know if that's a sarcastic comment. You know, I haven't put too much gel in my hair this morning. But anyway, so 12 o'clock, we're going to be doing this for the noon show today, which, by the way, tune into Kent's 5 News at noon. So again, today's high temperature, middle 70s, going to be a beautiful day. Upper 60s by tonight, and then temperatures fall into the lower 50s, upper 40s tomorrow morning. It's going to be a chilly start to your Tuesday. But again, thank you, Mr. Arthur. All right, so that is today's forecast. No big changes today or the next several days because of the pattern aloft. So between now and pretty much this weekend, fairly quiet weather. We'll see high pressure really be our main player. And I'll have to fix this a little bit, but notice anywhere east of Louisiana is where the active weather is going to be for the next several days. So you can see the difference in contrast between low pressure and high pressure with this graphic. Let me double check this, and let's see. I'm gonna have to fix the timing on this low. Right. That's better. Okay, so and then this trough or this area of low pressure will help dislodge cooler air for the east side of the country this week. So if you're traveling anywhere from the Midwest, from Indiana to the Southeast to Florida to New York and near Boston through about Friday, that's where the weather will be a little bit more active. Not expecting much in the rain. However, you can see this will dislodge lots of cooler air for that part of the country. So again, if you're traveling anywhere from the Great Lakes to the East Coast and the Carolinas, that is where it's going to be more cooler, significantly cooler through at least Friday and Saturday. So just double checking the data real quick, real time for you guys. And then let's see this ridge of high pressure. It's going to be more towards, based on this morning's run of the models, it'll be more towards the west, and you'll see by even Saturday, it looks pretty nice. If you have weekend plans this weekend, it's going to be gorgeous. Just a weak ridge of high pressure, and that'll keep things pretty quiet for the foreseeable future. Earlier this weekend, we were talking about the possibility at some rain Friday and Saturday, but it does not look like it's going to be the case this weekend. All right, cooler weather. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, I know, right, Sarah? It's like the first thing everyone says. Oh, cold front's on the way. I'll believe it when I see it. That's always the go-to for people when we talk about cooler weather. David, next solar eclipse is 174 days away. Yes, sir. So we just had the annular eclipse here in San Antonio and across the area, and in less than 6 months is another eclipse. On average, an annular or just eclipse in general, a solar eclipse, typically happens probably happens twice a year around the world. But for a specific area like San Antonio, like Texas, like northern Mexico, anywhere from El Paso to San Antonio, for that area, for our area to see not just one, but 2 eclipses in a matter of 6 months, it is not typical. It's not normal. As a matter of fact, some areas around the world go 200 to 300 years without seeing a total eclipse. And when we talk about that, we talk about totality, right? The path of annularity or the path of totality, where the moon's shadow is the darkest in a specific area. So again, it's very rare to not just see one eclipse, but 2 in a matter of 6 months. And we're going to see one in less than 6 months. On April 8th, 2024 is the next eclipse, and that'll be a total solar eclipse. So very, very good news. If you're traveling, again, just to reiterate, anywhere from the southeast, from Florida to the Carolinas, to New York and Washington, D.C., that's where the weather will be active this week. Not expecting flooding rains, but on and off rounds of showers and storms for that part of the country. And notice San Antonio on the outer edge of that rain system. All right, 7-day forecast today. Beautiful, gorgeous weather. 77 tomorrow. Have a jacket, have a coat. 49 degrees tomorrow morning for the city. If you're watching from Helotes, Fair Oaks Ranch, anywhere near the SeaWorld area, like let's see, near 151, near West Creek and near Potranco Road. Those are some areas that typically see a little cooler are a little cooler in the mornings. So again, 49 for the city, for like the downtown area. But if you're watching from Helotes and some low-lying areas around Bexar County, especially on the north and west side of San Antonio, maybe even down to 47 to 48. And if you're in the hill country, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, lower to middle 40s for tomorrow morning. Have a jacket. I don't want to say a couple of layers because it's not going to be that cold. But it will be chilly tomorrow morning. 78 degrees, 82 on Wednesday, and then maxing out near 90 by Friday and Saturday later on this weekend. Is that hot for this time of year? Yes. Normal temperatures in the afternoons are about 82 this time of year in the middle of October. And if average is 82 and we're topping out near 90, that is way warmer than average. 90 degrees expected by the end of the week, guys. All right, we'll leave it on the forecast a little longer, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or also feel free to message me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, or X, Instagram, and also through our KENS 5 app as well. Otherwise, very quiet, no rain in the forecast, just lots of sunshine with a little bit more cloud cover by Saturday. And for Saturday, a high near 90. It's going to be pretty warm later on this weekend. All right, have a wonderful Monday, guys, and be safe out there.